Right, it's morning and I just finished washing my face. I don't have on any makeup. I'm gonna do this video barefaced as I talk about some of the skincare habits or things that I do to maintain a clear complexion. I get a lot of questions about how I maintain my complexion or how I maintain clear skin. So that's what we're going to talk about in this video. Disclaimer, I'm not a dermatologist or a skincare expert. I'm just simply sharing what I do to maintain a clear complexion. So just keep that in mind. All right. So first off, let's just talk about the type of skin that I have. I have combination skin, which is a mixture of normal to oily. You can have combo skin that's normal to dry as well. It just differs per person, but I usually get oily, I would say, in like my T-zone areas. So more so like in between my eyebrows and on my nose, especially on my nose. That's like my most problem area. And then the skin, or like I wouldn't say the skin, the skin, but the areas around my nose do get a little oily. Not so much on my chin and not so much at the top of my forehead. Those actually are like my normal skin areas. There are different types. You can have either dry skin, oily skin, combination skin like I have, and then you have sensitive skin, and then you also have normal, which is like the holy grail, right? But you can definitely maintain a clear skin complexion or just beautiful skin in general without having normal skin. It doesn't matter what skin type you have. It's just about how you care for your skin and your daily lifestyle practices. I have my phone here, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking at my notes because I don't want to miss a thing. I want you guys to get all the juicy information. I have 20 tips, so I'm gonna try and get through these as best as possible. So my struggle areas, I haven't quite gotten to the tips just yet. I'm just giving y'all a little background history on me so you can understand, I guess, the gist as I go down the list. My struggles are blackheads and large pores, and they are centered around my nose, and then I have large pores, and that was caused by me. I didn't always have large pores, but I did something, just poor skin care. I didn't know at the time. Whenever I did, I was younger, but I definitely learned my lesson. But it's something that can't be reversed. But yeah, I'll get into that later. But blackheads and large pores, I would say blackheads have been like the biggest thing and the main thing. I've had them like since I was a preteen, and they just won't go away. So, I mean, they do go away at times whenever I'm like, man, everything is just like, I'm off all my ducks in a row, but that is like my biggest thing. So tip number one is I keep my skincare routine very simple. It is literally just washing my face in the morning and washing it at night. And I hope this isn't mind blowing, and I don't want to like, I don't even want to make up. Like, that's why I've never done like a skincare routine video, because it's just, I don't really have a routine. I guess that is the routine. It's just so simple. I only exfoliate whenever I need to. I don't exfoliate as much as I think is recommended mainstream. I've seen like a lot of people they'll exfoliate every day or like 3 to 4 times out of the week, and my skin does not handle that well. I've done that in the past, and it's abrasive on my skin. I don't know, it breaks it. So I only exfoliate intuitively, how it feels, what it looks like, where I've been or what I've done throughout the days. I usually exfoliate, I would say maybe, oh my gosh, twice out of the month. Yeah, if that. And like I said, it changes. It may change month per month. It just depends on what I have done or how my skin feels and what it looks like. So yeah, whenever I do wash my face, I also wash down my neck. So I do make it a habit to wash my neck as well. Making sure I get the neck, I exfoliate my neck too. I consider it a part of my face, even though it's not my face. If I do a face mask, I mask that too. So whenever I do wash my face, I don't use a lot of products. This is going to be tip number 2. I choose quality products over the quantity of products. I don't use a lot of products. Skincare routine is simple, and so are the products that I use. I use the same products that I've been using over like the last 10 years. If I'm using a lot of products, I'm not going to be able to pinpoint what is causing the issue, if it's the skincare product itself or if it's something I'm doing in like my lifestyle. But skincare products are literally just a cleanser. I have a morning and a night cleanser, a day and night moisturizer, and then I have my exfoliation products. I only use those intuitively. And whenever I do have an acne breakout or a pimple, I usually just let it heal on its own. Like I have one right now. I wonder if you can see it in the camera. It's like right here. That popped up literally the other day, and I know why it popped up too. I was outside. It was like over 100 degrees outside, and I was outside too long, and I hadn't drank water. I don't know, and the wind was blowing, like somebody was mowing, and like the dirt, I know it got in my face, and I was just outside trying to film content, and yeah, so it popped up. Whenever I have like a pimple or acne, I rarely ever have acne breakouts. I'm gonna be honest, I rarely have those, but when I do have an acne treatment gel, and it's just spot treatment. I'll use that for whenever I have more like acne or a pimple, and then I do my best not to, I do not pop pimples. Like it just makes it worse and it makes it spread. So yeah, that's what I do whenever I have a breakout or whenever I have pimples. I just keep it as simple as I can, and then I'm focused more so on like other lifestyle habits too to help clear up my face. There are chemicals that I do look for in skincare products and even in makeup. Ones that do stand out that I do know are toxic are formaldehyde, phtalates, I hope I'm saying that right, phtalates. I'll put these on the screen. Sulfates, fragrances, parabens, and alcohols. So alcohol dries out the face, and all these other ones can be carcinogenic and even make your skin put your skin in a worse state than what it's supposed to be in. So there were products that I used to use when I was a teenager that I do not use now. I just stick to the same brand, and it's been working out pretty fine. So yeah, those are the chemicals that I do avoid whenever I do buy makeup and whenever I do buy skincare products. So I do not use blackhead strips anymore. I had got to a point where when I was younger, like I didn't know what to do with the blackheads on my face. So I would buy these blackhead strips and I would use them to pull up the blackheads. And yeah, it did work, but it never got rid of the problem entirely because the blackheads would reappear. Before I had started with the blackhead strips, I had, knew I had blackheads. I didn't know what they were until like I was in school and this boy was like, "Oh, what is that on your face?" And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he said, "You have hairs on your nose." I never saw anybody who grew hair on their nose. And it literally kind of made me self-conscious because I already knew that I had them, but whenever he made that comment like, "Oh, you have hair out of your nose," it just grossed me out. So I, started to really experiment with other products, and the blackhead strips were one of my biggest mistakes. It caused me to have large pores because the blackhead strips wouldn't just stop at the nose. They kind of went on my cheek as well. Like I'd wet the strip and wait till it was hard and then pull it up, it would literally tore my skin and cause large pores. So man, that really sucked. So I do not use blackhead strips. I do not try and, I know you can extract them. I used to get facials and things like that, and I noticed that was, depending on who you go to, that could be more harmful if the person doesn't know what they're doing, but they would just reappear. And I ended up figuring out how to get rid of the blackheads. I'll touch up on that later on the video. But yeah, no more blackhead strips for me. So to help with the large pores and to help with the inflammation, I usually wash my face with cool water. and sometimes warm. Like, I'm not going to say I never use warm water, but most of the time I wash my face with cool water, and I notice that it makes the appearance of my pores look smaller than what they are. And it also feels good on the face. I pat my face versus wiping. I do not use makeup wipes, and I do not wipe my face at all. So I pat my face whenever I'm drying, I pat my face whenever I'm moisturizing, and I pat my face whenever I put on makeup. I just avoid wiping because it stretches the skin, and I just think that patting just feels a lot more gentle. It feels a lot better versus wiping. So yeah, makeup wipes are a thing of the past. I just use my cleansers if I want to remove makeup off my face. Tip number 6 is I rarely wear foundation, and this is personal preference. I just don't like the way it feels on my face. I prefer to let my skin breathe as much as possible. The only time I wear foundation is during special occasions or for like a really big photo shoot. Other than that, I don't wear foundation. I'll keep my makeup routine pretty simple, and I've shared it before a couple of times, but all I do is just fill in my eyebrows, put some mascara on, and some concealer under my eyes, and that's it. That's my makeup. I will go an extra mile and add eyeliner. I do like eyeliner. Oh, and some blush. I do like blush too, but I only wear like the blush and the eyeliner when I want to like feel a little bit special, feel like I'm doing something. I don't know how to do eyeshadow. I wish I did, and I want to learn so bad. But eyeshadow, I have to be like in a really good headspace in order to try that out, because I've never gotten that down. So I'll just stick with just eyeliner and blush to like make it a little bit more special in a sense. So that's my take on makeup. Tip number 7, I drink lots of water. That is the main thing and almost the only thing that I do drink. Don't get me wrong, I do drink other beverages at times, but most of the time it's water. I'll do about a gallon a day. I'm very active. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. It just depends on how active I am. But I do drink lots and lots of water to stay hydrated. Tip number 8, I eat a plant-based whole foods diet rich in green leafy vegetables in general, fruits, healthy grains, healthy fats, and all of that jazz. I eat in variety to keep my gut microbiome diverse. Having a very strong gut microbiome helps to keep your immune system boosted, and it helps to make your skin appearance look a lot clearer. So I do eat probiotic foods, and I also eat prebiotic foods, which helps feeds the healthy gut bacteria. Your gut plays such a huge role on just not just your skincare, but just your overall health in general. I noticed that whenever I have more probiotic foods in my diet, it clears the blackheads on my nose. I noticed that it would like almost glow whenever I eat more probiotic foods. And eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables also helps me to meet my micronutrient goals, which helps play a part on how your skin appears. So I do like, not just looking at macronutrients like your carbs, fats, and proteins, but also looking at your micronutrients, your vitamins and minerals. That is just as important to make sure that you're getting those in so that, your body functions as best as it can. Eating natural sources of soy. So I read a couple of articles on how soy-based foods, natural forms of soy-based foods, has a positive impact on skin health, which helps with anti-aging, reducing fine lines and wrinkles, and just with the overall skin complexion. So eating natural forms like tempeh, tofu, edamame, the actual soybean, miso, because that's more of a probiotic food, does actually have a positive impact on your skin health. I'm not sure if that's why I've been able to maintain crystal clear skin, because sometimes I'll wake up and I'm like, whoa, my skin looks freaking crystal clear today. I'm looking smoother than a baby's bottom. I'm not sure if it's because I eat those sources of soy, and also just looking at like the Asian community and how they have such clear skin and they age like fine wine. Soy is such a big thing in the Asian community. I wonder if that's why. So yeah, tip number 10, I refrain from overeating and emotional eating. Oh my gosh, usually whenever I emotional eat or overeat, it's on things that I know I shouldn't be having. and definitely shows up on my face. So whenever I have went on a full-on binge or just literally ate through a whole pack of Twizzlers, it'll definitely show up on my face. Monitoring my sugar intake definitely helps keep my skin clear. I do eat fruits, but I don't eat them in like large quantities like I have in the past. But when I'm talking about sugar, I'm talking about refined sugars and just highly processed foods in general. Monitoring those and not having them every day, just creating a healthy balance. Tip number 12, I noticed that whenever I eat in a caloric deficit, my skin looks so much better all around. I also feel more energetic too, in a sense. And I don't mean like a massive caloric deficit, I mean just like a slight caloric deficit. Whenever your body is in a caloric deficit, it gives your body more time to repair and heal and rejuvenate other cells in the body versus all of that energy going towards digestion. Usually when I eat a large meal or something really dense, I get the itis, that sleepy-itis, or just feel really tired, and it's because a lot of your body's energy is going towards digestion. So you don't want to eat overeating. That's what I'm saying. Overeating definitely doesn't give your body enough time to work on other things in your body. Tip 13, I exercise regularly. Even though sweating makes me feel uncomfortable, I know that it is doing my body some justice. Sweating is a form of detox. It releases harmful toxins from your body. Sweating definitely helps, and exercising definitely helps too. Making time to de-stress. So holding on to a lot of stress can cause you to break out. I've known other people who have stressed so badly that they would get like acne breakouts. So yeah, finding time to de-stress, whether that's doing yoga, going out for a nice walk, or just laying out in the sun, or doing something fun, right? That is a recreational activity. 15, I regularly disinfect my phone. Oh my gosh, when I was back in college, we did an experiment on items that collect the most bacteria, and our phones ended up being the ones with the highest amount of bacteria, and it grossed me out. So I make it a habit to disinfect my phone. I just use some alcohol wipes just to keep it clean. Your phone touches literally multiple surfaces throughout the day, and you're touching your phone with your hands when they're not clean. You might drop your phone. So yeah, I usually just make it a habit to clean it because I never know when I'm going to use it, you know. 16, I like to gel my edges. I noticed that it was a product that I had used before and it broke me out. Avoid keeping like hair products on my face is something that I am cautious of. So whenever I do gel my edges, I'll go back with a Q-tip, wet the Q-tip with some water and remove any excess gel that's on my skin that's not laying on my actual hair. I avoid touching my face with my hands, and I don't let other people touch me in the face. I've had this, surprisingly, I've had this happen where people would want to touch me in the face. I don't know, they're just random people. I've had this issue more often than none. Like it's surprisingly, honestly, just the amount of people who have touched me in my face or have tried to touch me in my face. And I've actually had this incident at the gym not long ago, like a couple of months ago, and they did it twice. I'm very cautious about touching my face with my hands. I make sure that they're clean, and I don't and strongly prefer not having other people touch me in my face either, because I have broken out from that. And I just think it's just a invasion of space, honestly, too, whenever people try and touch me in my face. So I try not to sleep on my face when I go to bed. I usually sleep on my side or on my back. Also, like, sleeping on your face can kind of, I've read, I'm not really sure if this is true, can kind of like distort the face over time or move things around. I don't know how true that is, but yeah, I just prefer to sleep on my back or on my side in a position to where I'm not putting so much weight on my face. Tip 19, I keep my pillowcases clean. I do use a mix of cotton and satin pillowcases. I know satin is a bit more softer on the skin versus using cotton, but I do use a mix of both. I just make sure that whatever I'm laying my face on is clean. Last but certainly not least is getting a good night's sleep. Sleep helps to restore, replenish, rejuvenate, renew, and repair your skin cells. It helps with collagen production. Collagen is a type of protein which helps keep your skin youthful and plump. 7 to 9 hours is pretty much what's recommended. I usually get about, I would say, 8 or 9 hours of sleep. Beauty sleep is definitely a thing. Getting a good night's sleep is something that I value, not just for like my skin health, but just for my overall health. I do notice that if I have like really bad nights of sleep, I'll see it on my face at times. All right, so that is it. I don't have any more tips or any other insights, at least right now, that that I can share. I hope this answers some of y'all's questions about my skin care routine and what I do to keep a healthy skin complexion. I'll do some more videos centered around skin health. And yeah, that's it. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, continue to take care of yourselves. Bye.